only question is, how much experience did you guys have prior to starting shooting with all the martial arts and stunts?
For me personally, it's been started at the beginning of season 3, so around July last year, and I've been working at it every single weekend, trying to kick ass, keep it up. But I know Steven started like 3 or 4 months before we even started the pilot, so he was like working at it really hard. So there's definitely a couple months that they give us to a little pre-warning so we can look in superhero fit shape.
This is for Willa. In the next episodes, are you gonna like turn bad?
I really hope not. I mean, who knows what the side effects of the Lazarus Pit are gonna be? There's definitely, I hope that there's gonna be some, because it'd be really fun to play with that. But, you know, I think at the end of this season, she proved that she could do some good and also kick some ass at the same time.
Hi, big fan. For Willa and Tatsu, will there be a crossover with Legends of Tomorrow for Speedy and Tatsu?
We hope. We definitely hope. Unfortunately, they like to keep us very much in the dark, so I don't even know what's happening in the beginning of season 4. I won't get the script until 3 days before we start filming. But yeah, I mean, we'd love to work together and kick some ass together.
The question I have is, how much of the stunt work and fighting things do you guys and the rest of the cast do yourselves?
To do some stuff?
I would say it's all stunts for the most part. Yeah.
Really? I would like say 70-30.
Yeah. Which is a good portion. Of stunts, yeah.
It's just it's an insurance thing. Steven likes to do as much as he can. I mean, I know that we all like to do as much as we can, but it's definitely an insurance clause written in our contract that says we can't be jumping off buildings.
I heard some funny stories in the past between John Barrowman and Steven about all the pranks he plays on him and each other. So I'm just wondering, has John Barrowman ever played any pranks on you guys, or if there's any other funny stories on set about that you guys haven't told before?
For the first couple scenes that were shot in the loft, John brought I think he brought a whoopee cushion, or he just had a really bad irritable bowel syndrome. It was intense. His stomach was grumbling and he was farting up a storm. But I think he was just trying to do it to distract us. Right when they call action, he'd just go. It was a lot louder than that, I swear.
Yeah, John is really, really, really fun on set. He's always great to have on set because he just changes up the whole energy of the whole. Yeah,
he can sing and dance.
Yeah, he's like he's like has the fun of that too, and he has the fun of a 4th grader on set, so it's awesome.
Yeah, they like to say that putting us two together in our scenes, there's quite a few, the crew just gets really lazy sitting around and bored because we're just sitting there just screwing around, and it's hard to work with him because he's just so much fun.
This is a question for Karl. What was your favorite kind of time period to film in? Did you prefer the Hong Kong scenes or the Nanda Parbat?
I mean, that's so easy to answer, and that's just the flash. I love the flashbacks. Yeah. No, but it was fun in the present day too. But the flashbacks were really fun. I loved the whole story arc of the flashbacks and the development up to present day. So, yeah.
Thank you.
I just want to say I absolutely loved the flashback arc. It was just emotional as hell, and I absolutely loved it. But actually, there's a question about the flashbacks to Willa. It's just in season 1, you're a bit of a, no offense, a bit of a spoiled brat.
No offense taken. None taken.
So halfway through the series, I don't think it's that much of a spoiler, but we see you again in the flashbacks, and you're back to that way. Was it weird going back to that sort of character, or was it quite natural?
It was very, very odd for me. I guess I've been typecasted for a while as playing the little teenage girl who's technically also the little sister of somebody, and then also a bitch or a brat, whatever you want to call it. It's very true. I'm not going to deny it. I'm not like that in real life, I like to think. I like to think I got my stuff together. Apparently not on camera. But for me, the flashbacks were definitely really weird because I actually cut my hair at the beginning of season 3. And so when we had to go do flashbacks with the long hair, I mean, I did not want to have that wig on at all. And it was stuck to my face for quite a while. But yeah, it's a little weird for me doing that stuff. I'm very happy with the arc that my character has taken. I feel very honored to be able to show an empowered female almost. So yeah, going back was a bit of a step, but I'm always happy to do it to bring justice to where she is now.
This is for Rila and Karl. During the last season, we saw that your characters had such a separation between them. How did it feel for you two at the end when Karl's character was killed?
Spoilers?
Spoiler alert!
Okay, for the rest of this panel, can we try and keep it spoiler-free?
No, you're fine. For me, my present-day character, who was called Sarab, he was trying so hard, the character was trying so hard to mask all of these true feelings that he had. And obviously one of those things is the love that he had for Tatsu. So, yeah, it was a pretty profound storyline. But in an ironic way, I thought it was very loving, actually. What she did, when. You guys know.
For Tatsu, like, I needed to speak in English and also in Japanese. So sometimes it was challenging. There's a loss in translation. So, especially for the, like, couple of episodes from the season final. I needed to sing Japanese lullaby. Is it okay to say? Yeah. Yeah, so that was a big challenging.
Hi, my question is for Karl. And as a fellow Korean American, it's great to see such a complex character on screen. I think you're part of a kind of new wave of Asian Americans like Steven Yeun in Walking Dead, who get to show more than just the kind of cliched, martial arts expert or mystic or speaking with a thick accent. Do you see yourself getting, you've been in the industry a while, do you see yourself getting more roles along this line, or is it still kind of a battle getting kind of complex Asian characters?
I don't really see it that way, to be honest with you. I think in general there are some great roles out there for everybody, including Asians. But sometimes there are the comedic stereotypical roles, and I think it's all entertainment,
My question's for Willa, and it's about how, her character's finally developed into becoming what Oliver never really wanted her to be. And how do you think she's going to be able to handle, is she be able to handle it quite well?
Her transition?
Yeah.
I think right now Thea's at a point where she can almost handle anything. She finally has gotten to this place where, everybody that's ever entered her life has lied, told her truth, and relied to her face over and over again. So she's just kind of looking for her own truth now, rather than getting it out of everybody else. And I think that this is something that's been a long time coming. For me, it's been 3 years I've been waiting. But yeah, it's definitely a transition and a challenge for her to do what she did in the end of season 3. Can't really say it, I guess, without spoiling. But it was something that was necessary and is definitely, I hope there's going to be more to come.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi there. First of all, I'd like to say you're all amazing actors. And in the show, none of your characters have superpowers apart from being super badass. But if you could choose a superpower for your character, what would you choose?
I've always wanted to be the Flash. It's just the truth. It's the absolute honest truth. Barry Allen is really cool. You can call me like Brittany Allen or something. I don't know.
Thea's character, she has been through many phases, transitions from soft to hard, and now she's getting into the business. So, so personally, which one do you like, and which is easier to play for you?
Well, I like the way you put it, getting into the business. For me personally, playing the Thea in season 1 and season 2 was actually a bit of a struggle. It was difficult for me to wrap my head around the fact that there was this character who was yet to be evolving in herself throughout the first 2 seasons. And so now that she has evolved, and since the beginning of season 3 to the end, there's just been this like insane, it's just upwards, amazing battle that she's been going through. I mean, there was some downfalls, but she just keeps on piling back up. It's been an honor to be able to do that, because I feel like it's very powerful, and she's proven herself, and it's very fun to be able to play somebody who can prove themselves.
That's what Tatsu. At the end of season 3, we saw you teaming up with the Team Arrow. So in the future, can we expect any different team or you adding into it?
Like hopefully she's gonna, she's gonna join like Team Arrow and then like
I think there's definitely a possibility for her character to do that, for sure. I mean, they don't leave anything out for us. There's always a bunch of things, and now that there's the new pilot for Legends, I mean, anything can happen now. So she's gonna keep kicking ass. Let's just be real. It's just gonna be the way it is.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Afternoon. We see Roy obviously give you the red jacket and all that. Will you be going into the Arsenal role a lot more next season? You know, bringing your own part to it?
Speedy. That's all I can say about that one.
Thank you.
Hi there. So Willa, kind of links that last question. How excited were you when you got to put on that outfit for the first time?
I broke down into tears crying during the fitting. And then whilst doing that, I kind of like a baby deer collapsed inside of myself in my verklempt-ness and realized how tight the suit was, so we needed to fix it. Which was a good thing it happened. If I didn't cry, we wouldn't have known. So good thing I acted like a little girl. But actually at the last Comic-Con that I went to in Atlantic City last weekend, I saw for the first time somebody, the cosplay version of Speedy, with like my haircut, everything, and I like saw her in the back of the crowd and just burst into tears in the middle of the panel. I just could not help it. I just full on, just tears streaming, because it's a childhood dream come true for me. Like I grew up as a DC comic book nerd. I loved the Justice League like crazy. I was obsessed with the idea of going for the Lazarus Pit. Like everything has been a dream. So yeah, felt really good.
Cool, thank you. Have a safe journey home.
Hello. Well, firstly, gonna admit, did cry a little bit in the series 3. Sorry. But my kind of question is for Rila. So, who did you prefer working with, Stephen Amell or Hugh Jackman? Just.
Camera on, everything.
Willa.
We actually haven't had I've never worked with Hugh Jackman, so I don't know. I've heard that isn't he the one that did that thing on set with a cell phone?
Oh no, I didn't mean you. I meant Tatsu.
Oh, Tatsu. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not very good pronouncing. Sorry.
I mean, like on Arrow, everybody like was so nice and sweet, and like people talk like even if you are not shooting. So I can't compare. Every all work is different, and everybody's different. But I definitely Arrow is my actually second American job for me, and I had so much fun to work with everyone. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Karl and Willa too.
Wow, the light got really bright. Okay.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you. Was that okay?
Riddler stole my thunder, but I also have a question for Rila. On the Wolverine, you played Yukio, and I was wondering how you could transition from the martial arts that you did on the Wolverine to katana on Arrow. And is it something you've learned growing up, or have you been doing it for the show and for the movie previously?
I mean, I do practice martial arts, but I'm still working on it. And for katana, when I assigned this project, it was like kind of short notice, so I didn't really have enough time to prepare specifically for katana. But the stunt team, the Bam Bam, like everybody's helping me out, and including my stunt double, and she was amazing too. And we practice, we work out together, and I don't know, like I actually can I say it in Japanese? Sure. Yes. 初めからキャラクターが、決まっていたというよりは、毎日みんなで毎回仕事を撮影しているたびに、だんだん刀のキャラクターができてきたかなと思うんで、初めからプリペアしたというよりは、最後、8ヶ月後ぐらいにやっとできたかなっていう感じですかね。最初から刀を使うキャラじゃなかった？初めからそうだったんですけど、撮影しながらどんどん、はい。
So we sort of, sorry, right, I'm a double.
Rila double.
So we sort of learned as we went along. So it wasn't necessarily fixed as in terms of how much we use katana. So we practiced every day, and also characters grew as we went along. So I didn't really necessarily prepared for it. And about 8 months after. So I got huge help from the stunt team. And so 8 months.
Finally, I could get to wear like superhero costume. I was very excited. I didn't know like it's gonna happen or not.
And you look awesome.
Yeah. So I was really happy. I was so excited. I took a lot of pictures.
Hi, wow. In the series, there's been a lot of very intense, very emotional scenes, and out of all of them, for each of you, which one do you think was the hardest to film?
For me, the hardest one was definitely the execution of Moira. That was, not easy. It was, all those tears in that scene were full on real. There was no tear blower from me, from Steven, or from Susanna. It was a heart wrencher, man. That one hurt a little bit. And it's still, I get little sad goosebumps every time I talk about it. It's not happy goosebumps, it's sad ones. Okay.
You guys good?
Sad scene.
Sad scene, of course, like tragedy to Yamashiro family, I guess. The relationship with son and husband, especially the relationship with husband getting really tangled.
Yeah.
So it was really sad.
Yeah, so many, but probably there's a scene with Steven at the campfire, and it's when Maseo Sarab understands exactly what his fate is. But it was an accepting from a place of peace. So it wasn't necessarily hard, but it was kind of like, when we act, we're supposed to good actors are supposed to discover moments for the first time as if they're happening right then and there. And when that happened, it was pretty deep. So that was more of a shocking moment.
Hello all. This is a question for all, but especially Katana. Hajimemashita.
Hajimemashite.
Arigato. You especially played in both DC and Marvel, but all of you, which world do you prefer better, DC or Marvel?
Oh, that's a hard question, but DC, come on. DC or Marvel?
I can't choose.
She's done
I
both.
enjoy playing katana a lot, but at the same time it's different. So DC.
I only know DC, so DC.
Thank you so much.
This question's for Willa. In the show, obviously, you're brother and sister with your brother's Stephen, but in Offset, do you find him, you see him as a brother, sort of an older brother figure, kind of?
Yeah, in a way. Stephen and I have a very good relationship. I have this thing that I always tell him and threaten him with. Haven't had to do it recently, which is very good. But I used to be like, if I ever saw an alter ego or an ego pop out of his head, I would take a theoretical, not real, bat, wrap it in barbed wire, and then hit him over the head with it. I obviously wouldn't go to the hardware store and go that far with it in reality, but he would get the point. And I mean, the guy has never even really, I've never had to bring out the barbed wire bat. It's actually kind of nice. He's a very good guy, and we have a very special, awesome relationship.
As actors, how did you prepare for the characters? I know there's a lot of work involved, but in brief, maybe.
You know, what was really funny is that of all the characters I've ever played, I felt like I had the most closest identity to this character. So, you know, I had actually got into acting to study theater. I was not expecting to go down a career path of being a film or TV actor. And, you know, from time to time, an opportunity would come, or you'd meet a special director or a cool fellow actor who you'd want to work with, and I would start working with them. But, yeah, with this character, Maseo, it was pretty effortless for me.
For preparation for Thea in the beginning, I mean, let's be real, guys, there wasn't really too much. She was a bit of a little girl, and, you know, a little meanie and a little schoolgirl doing drugs and stuff, so it was pretty self-explanatory from the start for her. But the last season was a whole different ballgame. I actually haven't taken a vacation in 27 months since the last season, at the end of season 2 into season 3, and then now. It's been all nonstop, even like over the hiatuses, even during the breaks. I'm working out, working on her, doing some stuff. Like, it's a full-time job. Yeah. It is never ending in a very good way, but it's just, I could use a vacation someday soon. That'd be nice.
For Tatsu, I'm actually like, I don't have family yet, so it was like, because Tatsu has like son and like family, so not for preparation. I just trying to get along with like boy, like his name is Brandon, and like I trying to communicate with him and get along with him. And also Karl like helped me out a lot. Like, you know, he gave me a lot of like, you know, like advice, you know, especially like when we were shooting together, and especially flashback scene in current timeline was kind of, because I can't remember which episode we start shooting current timeline, but that's something I also needed to work on, like the whole, like, because people cannot I mean, I didn't even know how the story goes in the flashback. I'll be shooting the current timeline, so I'm trying to figure out, like, in my head, like, so that's how I prepare for the character.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
My question is for Willa. Malcolm and Thea's relationship in Series 3 was some of my favourite parts of Season 3 because they grew with each other. We'll be seeing more of that in Season 4, now that Malcolm is Roz and...
Spoilers! 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 Sorry. I know what you mean. I get you. I catch your drift. Let me answer that for you. To be honest, the arc that their relationship has gone through has been, it's been a roller coaster. Like they were chucking all the way up, super, super high up, and then woo, now they're all the way down and crashed and burned. Because I don't really see how somebody, and I wouldn't want Thea to easily get over the fact that she found out that her father did what he did to get her to do what she did. Can I say those things? I mean, people have seen it that far. I'm not ruining the end. It was pretty early on. I mean, she killed a friend of hers under the influence of something, and her dad, like, forced her to do it. It's kind of not cool. So I don't see it being fixed very soon. I think that they're going to definitely have some stuff to work on. I mean, she agreed to work, fight with him, work with him, whatever in that sense, but being father and daughter and getting back to that relationship, which was already a little bit of a surprise that they built, I think it's going to be a while until it gets built back up to that point.
Hi Tatsu, hi Thea, and hi Maseo. It was pretty sad to see Tatsu killing Maseo at the end of this season 3.
Spoilers! What have we said about the spoilers, guys? Let's just erase the last 5 episodes that everybody has seen in their brains. Like, just use code names, okay? Like Red or just, I don't know, just not the thing. Sorry.
About that. So we've seen also Legends of Tomorrow. Maybe Tatsu can bring back Maseo. Is she gonna do that? Do you want to?
Yeah, of course, yes. Of course.
Of course she wants to.
Yes.
So are you guys gonna be a part of the Legends of Tomorrow as well?
You know, I don't think anybody really knows much of anything, and a lot of times, even the writers, right? They have a direction that they wanna go, and something happens or something magical happens in the last episode that aired, and they go, wow, we got to build on that. So, yeah, I mean,
we're kind of just in the dark, pretty much. They like to give us just as much information as they've leaked out to everybody else. Short of getting the script right before we start shooting it, that's really all we know at that point. So, cannot answer that question for you.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Can I take a picture with you here?
Not right
Not
now.
right now, but maybe later.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi there. My question is, before that, I just want to say I love Arrow. It's like one of my favorite TV shows. But 2 questions. One, for someone who might want to become an actor in TV or film, what tips do you have? And the second question is, can I be on Arrow?
That's the best question I've heard all night. Tips. Hot tips. Keep trying at it. Never give up. It ain't easy, and it's never gonna be. I mean, the first time it comes easy to you is when you realize you're doing the wrong thing. And I can't even get my friends on Arrow, so I've tried to get my dad in a cameo, and it just doesn't work.
Yeah, no, it's definitely it's a love-hate kind of relationship with this craft that can be so beautiful and at the same time torture your soul. But yeah, you should just, if you love it, do it because you love it and nothing else. Don't do it for any other extraneous reason. just do it because you love it, and whenever you're doing that, something really great's going to happen.
Hi, so this is a question for Willa. All the archers on the show must get some sort of training. So do you have any behind-the-scene contests between the archers to see who's actually the best archer?
We have actually yet to do that. I'm gonna talk to them about doing that in season 4. That's something I want to do. Yeah, that'd be great. The archery has been a lot of fun. That's been probably the best part of doing this, and also because the swordplay that my character was doing in the beginning was actually called katana swordplay. It's so all that stuff is really rad. I definitely think I could beat Steven with a sword. Maybe.
I think so.
Not with an arrow though. He definitely wins on that one for sure, 100%. I mean, he's got 3 years on me.
So if you and Nissa, say, had a battle of archery, would you bet you would win?
Are you saying me and Katrina Law, who plays Nissa, or
Yes.
Thea and Nissa?
The actresses.
Katrina would probably win.
I was hoping you would.
Yeah.
You never know.
You never know. If it was a battle of wits, she'd still win. If it was a battle in looks, she'd probably win. Yeah, she probably wins. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So we've had a lot of characters this season and the last 2 seasons. If you were to have a choice of any character to be introduced in the next season, all through the DC, any character, villain or hero, what would it be? And who would you have play them?
Personally, I got really upset when we had to kill off the Suicide Squad. I got so excited when I saw those little pigtails on an Argus uniform. I mean, it just got me really, really stoked. And it's sad that we don't get to explore that. Very happy for the movie and everyone who gets to play it, but it just, it is what it is. You know who I'm talking about, right? Yeah, Harley Quinn. Okay, good. Just making sure.
DC characters? Any DC character from that world?
Hero or villain?
I would have loved to have played Roz. He's a great character. He's a very interesting character. I mean, yeah, that would have been very cool.
Hi, I think that certain characters in comic books have a very limited range of emotion, like say Batman, for example. Before you started working on Arrow, did you have any preconceptions of the emotional range of the character you'd be playing, or the entire series?
Okay, I think that for the emotional range in the show is very important. I think it is what sets it apart from, I mean, not that there hasn't been much to compare it to, but I think that's what made the show stand out, was the fact that not only were we doing such justice to the comic books, but we were also doing justice to the character development, which was really important. I.e., I mean, doing all the flashbacks for Oliver so that you could understand why he became and does what he does, as well as building up Laurel's character and all that, letting her go through all those emotional breaks to bring her to the point that she is at now. I think all that stuff is very important, and I mean, not that it's, especially for the girls, I don't think we like sitting around crying all the time on set when we could be kicking ass, but it definitely helps bring the origin story of our vigilante next levelness to light. It brings truth inside of our stories rather than just, waking up one day and throwing on a costume.
At the same time, can't we inject our own level of emotional range in there?
We get to play around with it so much, and it's a huge outlet for anything that's going on in my personal life.
Yeah. So typically what starts is sometimes there's some emotional range written on the paper, which is rarely do they ever do that. Rarely does it say he says this in a very angry or sad tone. But the story will kind of reveal, just by common sense, how much emotional range is there on the paper. And then we'll do several more takes, 3 or 4 more takes, try different emotional ranges, and at editing, they'll pick the one that works the best.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hi. I just want to say thank you very much for coming today and also for your work on season 3. Season 3 was really good. My question is for for season 4. You don't know anything, right? At this point, nothing at all.
Nothing that I'm allowed to tell you guys.
I also want to ask about the ending to season 3. How far in advance did you know of the ending, and what was your reaction to it?
I found out about the ending. We shot that on April 16th, 17th. That at 4:30 in the morning. That crazy scene was shot at on a Friday, and I found out about what I was doing and everything 8 days before that. 8 or 9 days before that. Yeah, it was a bit of a quick one.
Can I ask one more? Is that... I also want to ask about just generally the public's fascination with superheroes. I mean, right now we're in a sort of golden age with all the stuff on TV and all the stuff in film. How long do you think this will last? And do you think the market will ever get saturated?
Forever. It will last forever.
I hope so. I really hope so.
Right, well, this is our final question.
Hi. Yeah, my favourite villain so far was Slade Wilson. And I was just wondering if he returns in season 4, if he did in 3, because I ain't seen it yet. Only because I can't. Like, I'll get it when it's on Blu-ray. I like Evil Roy as well. He was really good.
Evil Roy was fun. I don't know what's happening with the character. I actually don't know the answer to that one.
Okay. And I'm sort of your unofficial Twitter stalker.
Okay. But I don't really use Twitter. I'm bad at Twitter.
Yeah, you don't go on there much, I've noticed.
I'm sorry. I can only handle one social media outlet thing at a time, and that, I guess, is Instagram. It's the only thing I can fit in my brain capacity. It's pretty small up here.
Okay, I was just wondering if you got that picture I sent you of Detective Lance as a dolphin.
Whoa! No! I wish I did. That
I'll
sounds
resend
awesome.
it.
Please do. I am
will.
going to go
I'll
look
send
at
it
it.
again tonight. All right, thank you.
Awesome.